Sorry in advance here. I have a little bit of a cold here, so expect some distortion in my voice here in the latter part of this video. And we shall break into the video right now. Hello everyone, this is Power. Um, Once again back with my second commentary here to discuss a couple other topics. First we're going to start off with how clan wars in general should be conducted and why the current method that these clans employ is flawed in nature and almost counterproductive. So let's dive right into this. First, we need to look at what is a clan war's objective. A clan war's objective is not to destroy the other clan. If you're trying to destroy the other clan completely, that's not a clan war. That's simply you trying to dismantle a clan. A clan war's objective is to prove the supremacy or superiority of one clan over another in game. That means via actual skill playing the game. So when we think about this, we need to find a model to base this off of. Since majority rules in this case, the philosophy most commonly employed would be the philosophy and ideas proposed by MLG, mainly game battles in this case. Game battles is the single largest collection of clans from various systems, various games, dedicated to competitive gaming. They cover Call of Duty, Halo, even sports games, NBA, NFL, etc. And there are literally thousands of clans and thousands of members involved in game battles. So since they are the single largest collection of competitive gamers, we shall use their philosophy as a basis for how these things should be conducted. So first you need to look at what's currently employed by these clans that we are related to and connected to today. One of the major, actually at this point probably the only method of clan war these people are familiar with, is keep defense system. And this really, when you think about it, makes no sense at all. Keep defenses are simply extremely fortified maps where one team attacks a base. This is inherently flawed because the attacking team is normally outnumbered and severely outgunned. And if you're trying to prove the superiority of one clan's skill, this doesn't help anything because the one team is so vastly outnumbered and outgunned that they don't have a chance of winning. The game's inherently unbalanced. In order to show that one clan is superior, the most effective way to do this is to narrow it down to just skill. That means removing as many variables that you can. This would include unbalanced maps, unbalanced game modes. This is what MLG has done in its game variants. Those are commonly agreed upon as being the single most balanced series of game modes and game types, even over what Bungie offers. But since I'm aware that most people in these clans don't enjoy MLG as a playlist for various reasons, the next closest thing to this would be the default maps provided by Bungie and the default game modes provided by Bungie, or game modes that are found in playlist and matchmaking. These maps and game modes are tested by Bungie to be balanced in a sense that it's playable and fair for both teams. Now, meaning they still have some minute flaws, and they aren't as balanced as MLG. They still are balanced enough to use the concept correctly, and to have the more skilled team win the majority of the time. As I said, Keep Defense system doesn't do this. One team is severely outgunned, outmanned, and it doesn't prove anything when it comes to skill, which is the main objective of a clan war. Another question is, how long should a clan war go on, or how do you measure the victory of a clan war? MLG's solution to this is a series of games similar to something you find in the World Series, NBA playoffs, etc. It's a set series of games, whether it be 3, 5, 7, but it's a series of games. When you reach the majority of that series, you win that battle. This helps simply because it sets a clear point, a clear objective to a clan war, and when you meet that objective, it's agreed that your clan has won that clan war. This would solve the current mess we're in with clans saying that they had the clan war never occurred, or that both sides. There have been many occasions where clans have declared victory on both sides, and if it was a series of games, you could simply provide proof that you played your series of games and you won the majority of those games in that series. At which point your victory cannot be disputed. As I said, the clans we're currently in, these battles go on for either like maybe a day or sometimes like weeks at a time. That's simply counterproductive because the victories aren't tracked well, and you can't declare victory because no one knows how do you know you win when there's no clear objective of a clan war? Once you have this series system in place, suddenly you don't have to destroy the other clan to win. You simply have to win a set number of games. And that makes clan wars a lot more enjoyable and a lot safer for most clans to participate in. Because suddenly these clans are trying to destroy each other in that way. Another main point about this is when you have these rules in place, this simply leads to a lot less griefing and a lot less personal hatred. If your clan's getting beat on a fair game mode, your clan wins over another clan in a clan war. The other side's not going to hate you personally. They're simply going to try and get their clan better, so that way next time they have a chance of winning. Because currently we're set down with these multiple, quote, terrorist clans against the UN. If you look at it, historically, a lot of these clans are led by people who fought the UN previously. A lot of these battles took place on keep defenses, which is, like I said, these people being exposed on extremely unbalanced, extremely unfair game modes used by the UN during the clan wars. And that's obviously going to cause some personal hatred for the immaturity of these game types and the unfairness of these game types. This will be directed towards the UN's leadership, and it simply helps cause the current situation we're confronted with. So I think if we adopt a more MLG in-game battles philosophy here, this situation could easily be corrected. In response to the other various versions of clan war proposed by clan leaders, specifically General JB, I don't have the quote in front of me, but I could bring it up. He quoted as saying something along the lines of, our clan could win by a media war. And a media war doesn't make any sense. I've never seen this term used ever. The closest thing to a war by media is almost by definition a war of propaganda. Unless you can find some evidence that a war by media is not a war by propaganda. Historically, that's all it's ever been. If two nations have been engaged in a non-military conflict, it's almost indefinitely either a economic or political war, economic or propaganda-based war. And since there are no economies in Halo, obviously that narrows it down to simply propaganda. And seeing that propaganda almost by definition is biased, I don't see how the UN could possibly support this philosophy. I'm going to answer this question that'll probably be raised anyways, so here we go. Well, the fall of the UN was not a media war. It was not a media assault. The fall of the UN was meant simply to expose facts that are being covered up by the UN, and a lot of the double standards and double talk used by the UN at that time. We did get some results from that, the formation of the council within the UN, or the revival of the formation of the council of the UN. But there are still some things that have been left unfinished and corrected after that site's creation. But regardless, that was not a media-based assault. This is Power. Thank you for your time. We will see episode 3 coming very soon. That will cover topics such as the clan leader's responsibility when it comes to inter-clan relations, and the clan member's responsibility when it comes to inter-clan relations. Thank you for your time. I'll see you next time. This is Power Out.